Alright, before I start this video, I just wanted to share some new comics I was going to put on my wall. I got Green Lantern. This isn't obviously Hal Jordan. This guy is the first Middle Eastern Green Lantern. And yeah, he didn't come out that long ago. He's like a 2012-11 character. Then we got Spider-Man 2099. Yep. Oh, 2099. The reason it says 2099 is because it takes place in the future, in the year 2099. And it's not Peter Parker. It is a guy named Miguel O'Hara. Then, for the last thing, we got the first Guardians of the Galaxy comic. These aren't the guys that are in the movies. These guys are, I guess you could say, the originals, but they're not that well known, because I guess the comic wasn't super duper like skyrocketing, and they're also not featured in the movies, or they are, but just as little like side character stuff. But yeah. The first thing we're going to share today is that a black female, actually the first black female that the MCU has ever used to direct a film, is Nia DaCosta. And Nia DaCosta doesn't have much of a record of filmmaking from what I've looked up. She is very new, so hopefully, if being in the MCU, because MCU movies are mainstream, let's be honest, so hopefully if she's able to make a good Captain Marvel 2 movie, that'll just help skyrocket her up, and hopefully making more movies and just being successful in general. But the movies that she has made are Little Woods. That one came out in, I think, 2018. Then a movie called Candyman that was supposed to come out in 2020, but due to the coronavirus, COVID-19, it has been delayed, but she did make it. And last for Marvel today, we found out that all the MCU shows, once they do start their filming, they're all going to start filming in Atlanta. So I'm pretty sure Marvel Studios or Disney has like a little nice little building over there, something that they're probably all going to start filming inside of. Or unless all the shows just happen to take place in Atlanta. But from what I know right now, they're just going to start over there. I'm sure they just got like a little studio that they're all going to work with over there. Don't mind my dog breathing that I'm babysitting. But the only Star Wars news we got to share today is The Mandalorian Season 2 figured out that they're going to release their trailer sometime this month. Not sure when, but we are in the beginning of August. So, honestly, it couldn't be like within 20 days, or going to be in 20 days, or however many days are in August. But yeah, I heard it was going to be released on the NBA playoffs. Not sure when that is because I don't watch basketball, but yeah. Oh, something I'm very excited to share is that Dave Bautista, or from what you guys might know him as, is Drax from the Guardians of the Galaxy, or Batista, the WWE wrestler, or former WWE wrestler. But he apparently is tried to take a role for Bane in Matt Reeves' trilogy. Don't really know much about when the character Bane will be involved, because all we know is that he's not going to be in the first one, or if Batista even got the role. But apparently he has sent the director Matt Reeves like videos and pictures to see if he would fit the description and to see if he can play the character as Bane. I'm up for that because Batista's a big muscular guy on his own, so just to see him play as one of my favorite Batman villains, and honestly he's one of my favorite actors, and also just one of my favorite wrestlers in general because I watch WWE. He just gets me. I'm excited for that. Yeah. Huh? So, everyone found out this week that, or I guess everyone that's a fan of DC found out that the DC fandom thing I was telling you guys about has released two trailers this week of a little bit of what it's going to be, but it was a teaser trailer, so they didn't really show much, to be honest, so I don't really know exactly what it is still. I just know that it's going to be an online event and probably see like people getting interviewed and them just releasing upcoming projects, whether it's shows, games, or movies. But we do know so far that they are going to... I'm sorry, Lammy. I'm sorry. I kicked my dog's face on accident. Or not my dog, the dog I'm babysitting. But found out, or we do know that they're going to announce 2 movies at DC Fandom. Not sure what they are. That's why I'm going to watch it to find out. And they also are going to announce some other things that I will talk about in this next segment in the video. So, boom. Apparently, the gaming studio company Rocksteady is going to... They have confirmed that they are making a Suicide Squad game. There's not too much on about what the game is based, like what it's going to be about or what it's going to be like. Rather, it's going to be like an open world thing, or if it's just going to be like the Batman games where it's all pretty much in just one general area, or if it's just going to... Yeah, we just don't know anything. But that it is true that they are coming out with a Suicide Squad video game. Just know nothing else. Nothing. Oh, the last thing that we got to share today, and it's the last thing for DC, is that apparently Matt Reeves wants to make his own little Batman little universe, because he apparently shared that he wants to make a Catwoman show with the actress that's already playing as Catwoman in the Batman movie, and apparently Matt Reeves is also interested in it also, but... Or, I guess for those of you guys who don't know, for a while Batman and Catwoman did have a little, like, love interest stuff, but they didn't get to... Or, I guess there was different versions. They remade it a few times. They made some where, like, the relationship failed, and they made others where, like, it ended up being great, and they ended up having a family together, but I just don't know which one it is. Or maybe they're going to make something new. But what we do know is that Matt Reeves is going to make a little TV show involving Catwoman on HBO Max, and I'm fine with that. I know we are starting to get to a point that there's going to be a million TV shows on superheroes and a bunch of movies on superheroes, and I know for some of those people who are tired of the comic book industry and just making movies, I can understand why you'd be like frustrated, but lucky for me, I'm not one. So I'm looking forward to this. The only one thing I guess you could say I could have against of making too much superhero movies is too many remakes. And because they've already had like so many actors play as Batman. To this point, I mean, Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman, but if they change the character Batman a lot, it's not going to heartbreak me anymore. Like if they would change Iron Man or Captain America or like Thor, because they've all been the same actor and they all have a place in my heart in the MCU. So I am fine with them making a Catwoman show, because Catwoman, in my opinion, doesn't exactly have one iconic Catwoman. I mean, they have famous ones, of course, but when you say Catwoman, in my opinion, I don't... What, do you like a specific one that stands out when you hear the name Catwoman? You think of an actress? Is it the one?
I just think, especially for people that are like older, Michelle Pfeiffer. Like that's what they think of. Like, because if you were to like ask my sisters who were like growing up, that was like, you know, a big movie. Like Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah.
Okay. Or
because she went on to play.
Or because my dad, he's in his 60s and he is in love with the what is it, he's in love with the Batman that was with Adam West.
Oh, yeah.
And he would think of that.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, like, there's probably not one. Like how everyone, when you think of Wolverine, everyone thinks of one Wolverine and one, because there's only been one Wolverine, but like
it's like the Spider-Man thing. Like it's like kids today probably would like. I mean, they might watch the Tobey Maguire one, but like in all honesty, it'd be either Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland that they would think of, because you know, like that'd be like kids, but like people like me and you, we know that there's been 3, and so it's like there isn't just one Spider-Man. But like, yeah, like because technically, like I don't know. I was just saying, like, you know, like, my older, like, I could just hear my sister saying, like, Michelle Pfeiffer, like, that's who they think of, you know what I mean? Because that was a big movie, like, in the 80s.
Well, that does help prove my point on that. When you think of, like, certain characters, no one thinks of just one actor or actress because of how many different ones there are. So, for me, Catwoman doesn't have one specific actress that holds a place in my heart. Don't touch my milkshake, you animal. And, and yeah. You know, maybe I'll let this guy that you guys don't see in the background talk in my videos a little more often. I just like to have him there because it makes me feel not alone while I'm speaking, and also he tells me when I do something wrong, when I have to re-edit something, which you guys don't see. But yeah, I'll show you what he looks like real quick.
No, please.
Okay, I won't, but you know what he sounds like.
No, please.
Well, guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Since I obviously didn't have much to share today, I decided to have that last segment of a little bit more of like talking, just so I can get a little fill-in, and also you guys can learn more stuff about me and what I'm into. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you can get a notification every time I post a new video. Leave a comment, like, you know, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Yep, this is the dog I have to babysit, the one I'm talking about. Her name is Lammy. Say hello. Yeah.